So one of the bigger risks with Alphabet stock right now is its culpability to lose market share in search to Microsoft due to the rising effectiveness of Microsoft's use of artificial intelligence. So Alphabet is not sitting back and letting that happen. They're going to fight back to defend that market share. That's kind of what I want to talk about in this video to begin with, and then I want to elaborate on a little bit wider areas of interest for Alphabet stock investing.
I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.
So Alphabet saying that they're starting to bring AI overviews to the main search page results. So they're iterating with a little bit of process change to their Google search to add artificial intelligence results to search results. So they're being measured in how they do this. They're not trying to change too quickly because of how successful they already are. They have more to lose than Microsoft. Microsoft has a lower than double-digit percentage of worldwide market share in search, whereas Google has over 80%. So it has a lot more to lose. And so it's being more careful in terms of changing things in a market, in a product that it's dominating the market with. And so they're focusing on areas where generative AI can improve the search experience while also prioritizing traffic to websites and merchants. And that's really their bread and butter, is moving traffic to websites and merchants. And that's what attracts merchants to Alphabet's advertising services, is because they get so much business in return. Their return on investment from spending on search is large enough that they continue to increase their spending with Alphabet. So based on their testing, they are encouraged that they are seeing an increase in search usage among people who use the new AI overviews, as well as increased user satisfaction with the results. So what they're seeing so far is more people are using it, they're getting more engagement, and the satisfaction is high as well. So it would be reasonable to expect Alphabet to roll this out more broadly in the coming weeks and months, because so far it seems like it's well received from people that are using the search engine. And if indeed successful, it can fight and it could defend those losses or those potential losses to Microsoft and other search engines or other large language models, including ChatGPT. Alphabet was losing some search queries to ChatGPT and Microsoft's Bing. So if it can improve this service, infuse it with artificial intelligence, it can defend more of its market share. It might still lose some. It's still likely to lose some because it's so dominant to begin with, and ChatGPT has been so effective that it's inevitable that it will take some market share. But if Google can defend well, that will still be great news for Alphabet stock investors. It can minimize the damage from ChatGPT and large language models taking away from Google's search queries. So Alphabet has more than 6 products with over 2 billion monthly active users. Google Search being one of them, YouTube being the other, Google Suite being the third one, and Android devices the fourth. I'm curious what the other two are. I can't think of them off the top of my head. If you know of the other two, please add them to the comments down below. Google, or Alphabet I should say, also has 15 products with over 500 million monthly active users. So it's got massive user adoption across a variety of products, and that's really the thesis behind my bullishness on Alphabet stock. If you don't already know, I've had Alphabet stock rated as my top stock to buy all year long in 2024. I recently reiterated that recommendation after the company announced its earnings results. So part of my thesis is Alphabet being able to create these mostly free products and still generate lucrative profit margins because of the economies and scale in massive usage of its products, including Google Search and YouTube, which you can access for free, and billions of people take advantage of that, and Alphabet generates ad revenue on the back of those free services. So that's a difficult business model to execute. But if you execute it well, it's very lucrative, as Alphabet has demonstrated. Meta Platforms also demonstrates a similar business model. You can use its products for free, and it generates billions in ad revenue because so many people use it. It's hard to do it, but if you do it, it's very lucrative and it's difficult to encroach on. So it's difficult to do. Once you do it, you can defend it well because it'll take so much investment and so much time for anyone else to encroach on its business. You can see the revolutionary impact of ChatGPT reaching over 100 million users at the fastest pace in any product in history. But still, Alphabet's results are showing that it's keeping customers in the ecosystem. It hasn't lost very many customers to ChatGPT. It hasn't lost very much revenue to ChatGPT, even though it is losing on the margin some market share, some search queries. For the most part, it's still doing very, very well defending its core business. One of the things I've also been pleased with Alphabet is getting some discipline on cost. It's been several years now where I felt Alphabet was a little bit bloated in terms of their cost structure, the number of employees, the perks that employees get, the pay employees receive. And so I was happy to see some cost cutting efforts from Alphabet started in 2023, and it's continued, and management saying that they remain focused on long-term efforts to durably re-engineer their cost base. You can see the impacts of this work reflected in our operating margin improvement, and they continue to manage their headcount growth and align teams with their highest priority areas. And this speeds up decision making, reduces layers, and enables us to invest in the right areas. What are the right areas? Artificial intelligence. You heard it again from Alphabet. They're spending billions, tens of billions of dollars in capital expenditure in 2024, most notably to expand its ability to offer AI capabilities. Cutting down those expenses on employees allows Alphabet more money to invest in AI, which is arguably the area that's going to drive Alphabet's revenue growth over the near term and the medium term. So I'm liking the moves Alphabet is making to respond in the current competitive area. That was hard to say. And I think these moves will help defend its market share in search. It will make it harder for companies like Microsoft and ChatGPT to continue making inroads. Maybe the inroads they've already made, they keep that ground, but making further ground from there will be harder because Alphabet is coming back strong with its own products, enhancements, etc., to make it more useful for people in the Alphabet ecosystem. And so I like these changes. I think it does help relieve some concern for investors with that biggest risk. And I'll be looking at this area very closely over the next few quarters because it is a very big risk. Because it's such a large part of Alphabet's business, even losing 5% market share would be a big deal for Alphabet. And so I'm paying very close attention, but I like what I see so far from Alphabet. Did you know that over 90% of the people that watch my channel are not subscribed? It'll really help support my channel if you hit that subscribe button. And oh, by the way, one of the benefits of being subscribed is that I take requests from subscribers more often than I do from non-subscribers. So if you prefer that benefit, please subscribe to the channel.